How's everyone going? Welcome back to the workshop. So, again, there's always a title, so I assume you know what we're doing today. We're gonna have a look at, well, play around with adding some weight to some trains. Or, train for today's video anyways. Anyways, so one of the major issues, apologies if you notice I'm sniffling a bit, it's right in the middle, it's towards the end of summer and the temperatures are starting to change a bit and hay fever's all around, so yeah. Anyways, so as we know, one of the main issues with model railways is our models need, to have proper haulage capacity, they need to, there are two ways that they can sort out haulage capacity issues. Either A, traction tyres, which is a thing that we don't really like these days, or B, having a decent amount of weight. So, so in most cases, those are the two ways, that the major ways that they deal with most tractive effort issues. But things like having more driving axles and stuff also help, and obviously combined power, so multiple power units. Today we're going to have a look at the engine that's actually sitting right in front of us at the moment. This is actually the second Pendolino that had to add weight to. The intention is they'll both become power units on one unit, but we have to deal with the logistical issue with doing that because they all have different couplers, of course. The proprietary coupling system means that it's very hard to just get a train to go one way, because obviously power units means that you have two ends. But yeah. So, just going to jump on to, we're going to have a quick look at a clip of this Pendolino operating its full 9-carriage, the full carriage, full set of carriages that Hornby have for the train, and we can have a look at the issues. This is starting off with the train in partial tilt on the rear and the front, so let's have a look at how she operates. Alright, so as we can see, yeah, she does struggle quite a bit, and the thing is, it does have traction tyres on its power bogie. She's only powered from the rear bogie. Of course, the other method is to also power the front bogie. However, the way that the motor's set up is on this model, she's using from what I can understand, is a 2000s tooling. So the mechanism, despite as nice as the model may be, in quotations, there's been a few issues with the details and stuff as well. As nice as the model may be and as up to date as it's still current in Hornby's lineup, the model is definitely not nearly as modern as some of the other models. So to play around with putting some weight in the model, we'll be having a try of Deluxe Materials Liquid Gravity. Basically what they are is a whole lot of little ball pellets, and because they're small, they can fit into the crevices and areas in the model, and basically not be this massive lump of weight that's been put in. Obviously there are other methods to adding weight to models, for example getting lead sheets, or even having I don't think alloy sheets would do very good, but steel sheets and stuff. I'm very against using lead stuff for this, even though it's a common practice to use lead in model trains. Lead is not the best of materials to use. It is actually the moment you touch something like lead, you pretty much have to wash your hands and all that sort of stuff because it is poisonous. So same sort of issue with asbestos, and we'll be using their own glue as well, which we're purely using the same two pairing. These are the recommended two pairing for using this sort of stuff. You can obviously use other stuff. There's no reason why you couldn't use something like watered down PVA as well. That should honestly probably do in terms of holding the stuff down if you put enough of it, like when you're doing your ballast and stuff. So, but yeah, let's let's open up the Pendolino and let's have a chat about where we're going to put the things, and then we'll have a look through the a closer look at the to whatever they're called. Alright, so once again, the opening of, the unboxing didn't do anything about this. Opening these models is actually really easy. Again, maybe to do with the fact that it's an older model. There are clips along the model. I think clips weren't fully engaged as well since the last time I pulled it out. Just make sure you disengage those clips, and then you should pretty easily just unclip, and make sure you obviously bear in mind of the couple in the back and push back. So that's the shell. Nothing too special about the shell, honestly. And you just have to be wary when you do put it back that this light will have to be realigned with the with that top, yeah, just making sure your light's realigned. Basically, it's to say it's a pretty basic model overall, and it does use a regular ring field. I don't actually no, sorry, that's not a ring field. That is a pole motor, but it's drives straight to the bogie. So yeah, so surely, yeah. So you got your 8-pin socket. This model will be converted over to GCC eventually, but we're not doing that. We won't be doing that in this video. In fact, that may become a short video. I want to try out shorts in the future as well. So if we can have a look, there are because of the way that the model is designed and because of how empty it is, it has already got some weight in it, but the weight is like nothing. I'll actually put it on the scales and you can see what the weight of it is at the moment. So as you can see, we've got our crevices in here. We could quite easily fill those up with some of these some weights, and hopefully put down the weight of the model a bit. So even though in the video clips you would have saw they were struggling to start up, the issue that we have had with the with these models, especially due to their lack of weight, is when they're pushing the train, and when you stop them hard, the bogies jump. So because this is going to be used as a club, and the chances are is not everyone keeps their blocks running or whatever. Sometimes you have points set against you and the train just dies randomly. We don't really want to just have to derail every single time that something bad happens. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the materials we'll be using. As I say, so in this video we'll be trying out the Deluxe Materials Liquid Gravity. I've never used this before. That's why this is a workshop video. Remember, most of our workshop videos aren't how-to videos. They're primarily to be used as sort of like behind the scenes as we do some stuff, and hopefully you can learn something, and hopefully I can learn something from everyone else as well. So these come in 250 gram. Don't know what this is called, honestly. And then we'll be using the Deluxe Materials Roket Odorless. So it's crystal clear, foam safe, and it's only 20 grams. So it should bond in about 10 to 20 seconds. So nice, quick dry sort of glue. Of course, as I say, you can use other glues like PVA and stuff. Those stuff are not quick dry though, so you do have to wait a little bit. Being quick dry does make it a bit easier, so you can just hold it for a few moments, let it dry, and then hold the model for a few moments, let it dry, and then hopefully it should set. So we'll have a try of these two materials inside the model. So let's get started, and let's throw it into the crevices, and let's see how it turns out. I seem to have also forgot to say, I've now moved the camera because we're going to get prepared for, obviously I can't have the camera in my way when I'm doing any works, but I think to remember about when you're doing any sort of adding weight to a model, you need to obviously know where you're going to put the weight, and how is it going to affect the model's performance. In our case, what's it called? If we put weight towards the front, especially if we put a lot of weight to the front, that kind of discards the purpose of why we're weighting down the model, because that will push down on the front bogie, and that doesn't solve anything. The front bogie is not powered, so most of our weight will be primarily toward the back of the model to help push down on the motor, on the drive motor bogie. Of course, what's it called? This is where having weights that actually can have different sizes, so you can put it into like areas like that, even behind the sections, and what's it called? Then you can put a little bit compared to put a lot on the back and a little bit on the front, comparing to having like metal strips and just dumping it onto the center, because motors work better under more evenly distributed loads. At least some motors do. Some motors are different. we will not be removing the traction tyres on this model. There are traction tyres fitted, and as annoying as they will be in the future, especially if they destroy themselves, there's nothing really we can do because they've added a physical cut into the bogie, into the wheel. Unless we get brand new wheels or something, there's really no way that we can replace those. Go to regular wheels at this very moment anyway. So yeah. Alright, so first time that we're running on multicam for this sort of thing anyway, so switch over to top cam. We now have a top view that hopefully allows you to see a bit better. Only problem is this light is actually in my way, and obviously whenever my head is in the way, we'll jump over the side cam. So there we go. Let's give this a go. Let's see how this works for this video. Okay, so let's get into it. Just grab these. Obviously, this does have a cap, so it's preferable you want to continue to use the cap. It jumps into this bottom section, bottom lip here. So I will bring it up to one of the cameras, the one that actually had the best light. There's a little lip just there. So you don't want to cut any further than that, obviously, because then you will lose the locking. So let's give it a go. As I say, we've ran through where we're going to put it. I'm going to cut up. There's a little line that's on the inside, so I'll probably cut up to there and see how the flow goes. Wow, this is actually quite big. Ooh. And wherever that's gone, it's flown somewhere into the room. Yeah, so let's hope that hole is large enough for this. We'll find out. So let's give it a go. So as I say, our first area, we're going to fill up this area here, and just hopefully it doesn't go anywhere. It would be better if there would be something that could hold it up, so that like in this angle, so you make sure that it flows straight into this area here. But let's give it a go. Wow, this is yeah, this is what I heard, that there seemed to be like a massive flow issue, and it's kind of true. It's indefinite, the flow issue. As I say, I should have weighted this already. Probably a larger hole would be nicer, but so I'm just filling up all three sections to make sure they're all leveled. Oh shoot! Don't put it in there. That's a wheel well. You don't want to put anything in there. Right, that should we'll firstly try with that amount. As we say, this is only 240 grams, so you would expect that if you're going to put at least 100 grams in, it's going to be quite a lot of this little package you're putting in. So there we go. All right. It's nice that I put it facing the incorrect way on the thing as well, so I'm not really sure what you can see on the camera. But now let's have a look at how this rocket glue works. Again, cut off at a ideal spot. There it goes again. And then hopefully the camera can get it. We'll zoom her in a little bit on the video camera. I would have thought of something a little bit more liquid, it would be nicer. Possibly you may have got the wrong glue. Oh well. Basically just creating a sealed area. Alright, and then this closes up like that. It looks like it's slowly seeping in, which is pretty nice as well. So, yeah, well, that's something. Yeah, that's something. So we'll let that dry. We'll let that dry firstly, and then we'll see how it turns out, and then we'll go and put a bit more weight on this end, and then we'll give it a run and see how much or if we have to put some more into this area as well, into the area that's already been done. So right, we'll catch you all in, well, it's supposed to dry in 10 to 20 seconds, but I don't think it is, not with the thickness that I just put onto it. So I'll give it maybe 2 or 3 hours. So catch you all in around then, so it'll be like a second for you guys. Alright, here we are. So it's pretty much fully dry. It's actually been 24 hours since, so I let it dry for a lot longer. I got busy with doing other stuff, and then I went, yeah. So there we go, not too bad at all. It's definitely dry pretty well. Nothing moving, so let's go. I guess we'll go and add in the second part of it. Here's a weird thing though. This odorless crystal clear they claim, and it's supposed to be foam safe. I thought it was supposed to be plastic safe as well, but I guess it's more like super glue because of the drying of the plastic here. So that's basically what's happening. Is if I can understand the way that it works, is when it dries, it also kind of sucks up the any moisture around the area, and that's why it's because this is plastic. There's not much moisture in it, and it just does that to it. So that's, yeah, but yeah, that's definitely hardened very, very nicely. Definitely won't move. So it's seeped in very well. So what's next is we're going to put into the little crevice back here. Well, we're not going to put too much in because there's obviously nothing to stop it here. Of course, what you could do though is you put something to mount it so that it doesn't fall out, sort of thing. It's always an option to do that. In fact, it's a good idea to do that. I have to remember that the camera is currently fully zoomed in, so I can't move it around too much. But yeah, I think it's probably a good idea to put something there to stop it from falling out if you're going to crevice this area. So I'm going to go and quickly grab something that I can use to do that. Alright, so nothing too fancy. It's just a little bits of cardboard just to keep the thing from flowing through. It's not supposed to hold support or anything, so you recommendedly you rather use styrofoam or what's it called, popsicle sticks. But I needed something cheap and easy and quick and easy that was sitting on the desk because apparently I can't find anything on my desk at the moment. So once again, let's I'm just going to do a little quick cut through on completing this side of the model, and then we'll go weigh it, and after it's dried, and put it back on the ladder, see how she performs, if it performs any differently. So of course this is under the assumption that we've added at least 10. I want to add at least 10 grams extra. I've used quite a bit of the package, so quite a little bit of it, so hopefully it's enough. But so we go. Right, talk to you in the conclusion. Yeah, not too bad at all. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed joining us for this. I probably will add a bit more weight after this, either with this or using a literal weight, because we can see that we use quite a bit of the package for just for that little job. So it's kind of it's probably better for like smaller weighted stuff like wagons and rolling stock, compared to using it on a motor unit, which actually needs the weight, but still pretty good nonetheless. Again, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little look at the Deluxe Materials Liquid Gravity. Again, these aren't tutorial videos, these are just things we're doing in the workshop sort of videos, and there are skills you can take out from that, let's see what the workshop calls for next time. Thank you for watching, we'll catch you all next time.